Hey there, it's Monique Alvarez for I Love Leaders, and today is dedicated to an article. I already touched on this, but I had promised I'd dedicate a day to it, and it's these two nasty little words that can really get in the way of your life, your business, moving forward in general, and it's the words I can't. These two words, I believe they start out as simple things. Oh, I can't learn social media, or I can't start a blog, or I can't reinvent myself, I can't find a second career, I can't share anything, I don't have anything to offer. And then it becomes an overarching theme in our lives. You're going to fall into one of two categories. Either you are a I can and I will person, or you're a I can't and I won't person. But it starts with those little things that we say we cannot do. Derek and I, we buried the words I can't. And a lot of times people say, well, you do this because it comes easy for you, or you guys do that and you already knew about it, or you're young, you can learn that no problem. The truth of the matter is behind the scenes, we have to attempt things 6, 7, sometimes 12, 13 times in order to get it right. But because we've decided we're I can, will do people, we do whatever it takes. Whether we have to get outside help, whether we have to keep trying it different ways, get creative with it, we're not just going to leave it at not working and say, well, it can't be done. But how often does that happen? We also encountered a physical declaration of this. A while back we went to a seminar. And they gave everyone an arrow, just like this. They gave us instructions on how we were going to break this with our necks. And you could feel in the room, like, fear literally come into the room and hover over people. And they broke us up into small groups. You put the arrow right into your neck, and you have a nice partner, mine was Derek, and they put their hand on the other end, and you can literally feel the pressure of this going into your neck. And the instructions were simple. Put this thing right in your neck and take one step forward. It will snap the arrow, no problem. But as we began this, Derek and I were, I believe, one of the first ones in our group. I think I was the second one in our group to do it. And I began looking around this big hotel room at what was going on in the room. And what Derek and I noticed is that there were people that were freaking out. Now, what you need to know is this arrow can be broke by an 8-year-old. One step forward, it bows, it snaps. So physically, it's not a big deal. Mentally, it's a huge deal. Because as you're standing there and this arrow is going into your throat, your brain is screaming, it can't be done. Don't do it. And we saw people that were paralyzed, nearly hyperventilating. One group next to us, this lady she was incapable of even moving, responding. And what we found interesting is at the very end, she was the last person who had not broke the arrow. She was still in her mind in that I can't mode, even though physically we knew it was totally possible. Everyone in the room, from 16-year-olds to 79-year-olds, broke the arrow. But her brain was screaming over and over, I can't. And T. Harv Eker actually came over and he literally pushed her into the arrow to prove to her in 1 second it would snap. And it did. She was perfectly fine. How often is your brain screaming, I can't, or it can't be done? Bury those words today. Make a vow that you will not utter them again. There's all kinds of options. It's about being creative and understanding. As long as you have declared that you can and you will, you'll always find a way. You always will. Every once in a while I'll get an email from someone who says, I can't do this, and I can't learn, and I can't. I don't even respond. I don't even reply. I don't play in those circles. So today, Think about that. Be aware of your words. It's about knowing what language we use and how it affects our lives. It's Monique Alvarez for I Love Leaders.